I was standing at the altar, wrapped in white lace and carefully pinned flowers, when everything I thought I knew about my life collapsed in front of 80 people. The music had faded, the officiant had just finished speaking about love and commitment, and my hands were resting in my fiancé's. They were cold. I remember noticing that detail first, how cold his hands felt compared to mine. Then he pulled away. He didn't squeeze my fingers or look at me with nerves or emotion the way people do at weddings. Instead, he exhaled sharply, like someone about to quit a job they'd already checked out of. He turned slightly, not even fully facing me, and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "I can't do this. I can't marry someone so pathetic." For a moment, the world stopped making sense. My brain couldn't process the word. Pathetic. It echoed inside my head like it didn't belong to me, like it had been said about someone else. Gasps rippled through the guests. I heard my mother stand up abruptly. Someone whispered, "Did he just say that?" Phones came out almost instantly. I stood frozen, bouquet slipping in my hands, my mouth opening but no sound coming out. My name is Elena. I was 27 years old that day. I worked as a freelance digital strategist and designer. Not flashy, not famous, not someone who chased attention. I built websites, marketing plans, brand identities. Quiet work, invisible work. But it paid my bills, gave me independence, and allowed me to build something from nothing. I was proud of that, even if no one ever applauded it. I met Marcus 5 years earlier. He was charismatic, full of ideas, always talking about the future. He wanted to start a company, change the industry, be someone important. I admired his confidence because it balanced my calm nature. Where he dreamed loudly, I worked steadily. At least that's what I thought we were doing, balancing each other. In the early years, I believed in him more than he believed in himself. When he doubted his ideas, I stayed up late helping him refine them. When he couldn't afford design work, I did it for free. When his bank account dipped too low, I covered expenses. I told myself this was what partners did. We were building something together. But slowly, subtly, things changed. As his business started gaining traction, I became background noise. He stopped asking for my opinion unless it was about work. He started attending events without me, claiming I wouldn't fit the vibe. He criticized my clothes, my voice, the way I didn't command attention. He called it honesty. I called it motivation. Looking back, it was erosion. I ignored the red flags because I loved him. I convinced myself marriage would stabilize everything, that commitment would remind him of who I was to him. I planned most of the wedding alone, chose the venue, coordinated vendors, paid for nearly half of it from my savings. His parents were distant from the start. Polite smiles, cutting remarks about how I was too quiet or not quite what Marcus needed at this stage of his life. Marcus never defended me. I told myself it didn't matter. So when the officiant finally asked, "Marcus, do you take Elena?" Marcus cut him off. "I need to be honest," he said, turning fully toward the guests now. "I've been thinking about this for weeks. I can't marry someone who has such small ambitions." My heart dropped into my stomach. I whispered, "What are you saying?" But he didn't answer me. He addressed everyone else instead. "She's comfortable being average. I'm not. I've outgrown this relationship." He let go of my hands like they meant nothing. He said, "This wedding is over. I'm sorry you all had to witness this." Then he walked away. His best man hesitated before following him. The silence was unbearable. My maid of honor rushed toward me, whispering my name, trying to guide me off the altar. I could barely feel my legs. As I walked back down the aisle alone, eyes burning into me from every direction, Marcus's mother passed me and said quietly, "I warned him about you. You were never right for him." That sentence stayed with me longer than anything else. The days that followed were a blur. I didn't eat, I didn't sleep. I replayed the moment again and again, searching for where I went wrong. Messages started coming in, friends reaching out, but not the way I expected. Most of them defended Marcus. He said he felt held back. He's just very ambitious. Maybe you two were at different levels. One message broke me completely. You had to know he was out of your league eventually. Then I noticed something else. Invitations stopped coming. Group chats went silent. I'd been quietly removed from the social circle we'd built together. I wasn't just rejected by Marcus, I was erased. 2 weeks later, against my better judgment, I checked social media. Marcus had posted a photo captioned, "New beginnings, cutting out what no longer serves me." The comments praised his bravery. Scrolling further, I saw another post, Marcus with another woman. Elegant, confident, everything he once said I wasn't. Her name was Claire. She worked in PR. The caption read, "Sometimes you have to let go of the past to step into your future." That's when the nausea hit. He hadn't just left me, he'd replaced me. That night, unable to sleep, I opened my laptop. I didn't know what I was looking for at first. Maybe answers. Maybe proof that I hadn't imagined everything. I started going through old files, emails, payment records, years of them. And then I saw it clearly. Transfers from my account to his, thousands of dollars labeled loan, rent payments, office deposits, student loan payments I'd covered when he said he was almost stable, entire branding packages, logos, websites, campaigns, created by me, delivered to his company, unpaid. Then I found the messages. "She handles all the design work, saves me a fortune. I'll stay with her until the business is solid. She's useful right now." Useful. My hands were shaking, not from heartbreak anymore, from clarity. I reached out to Aaron, a former client turned business attorney. He reviewed everything carefully. When he finally spoke, his voice was firm. "Elena, he doesn't own half of what he's using. You do. Without a contract transferring rights, your intellectual property is still yours." I wasn't trying to destroy him. I just wanted acknowledgement, justice, recognition that I wasn't pathetic. I'd been exploited. Marcus announced a major launch event weeks later. New branding, new direction, my work, my ideas, presented as his brilliance. Something inside me snapped, not into rage, but in resolution. I told Aaron to proceed. I didn't attend the event. Aaron did. Right in the middle of Marcus's speech about building something from the ground up, he was handed legal documents, cease and desist, financial claims, evidence of intellectual property theft, recordings, proof. Witnesses told me the room went silent. Investors stepped back. Someone recognized my name from the wedding disaster. Phones came out again, but this time, not for me. Marcus settled 3 weeks later, paid everything, damages included. I didn't feel triumphant. I felt free. I used the money to open my own firm, hired people who respected collaboration, built something honest and mine. When my parents visited the office for the first time, my father cried. My friends threw me a quiet celebration, no speeches, no humiliation, just support. Marcus texted once, months later. I didn't realize what I had. I deleted it. He tried to shame me publicly. Instead, he exposed himself. And in doing so, he gave me the strength to reclaim everything he tried to erase. If someone ever made you feel small while standing on your shoulders, know this. Your value doesn't disappear just because someone refuses to see it. Sometimes, the moment meant to break you is the one that finally sets you free.